Thabo Bester presses his face close to the flickering screen, eyes sharp with restless energy. Across the borderless digital divide sits El Chapo, every bit as steely and unshakable as his legend. In the corner of the cell, Dr. Nandipa scribbles quick notes, her brow furrowed in concentration as she tries to keep pace with each secret shared. Bester's voice betrays a mix of fear and hope. He's desperate, searching for a way out, hungry for even the smallest advantage. El Chapo, always unfazed, answers with cold precision, laying out moves he once used himself. While the plan unfolds, Nandipa and Bester weigh each detail, wondering if cunning alone is enough to pull it off. These next moments set everything in motion. It's survival, fueled by guidance from a master of escapes and measured by the ticking of the clock. A fateful connection. Thabo Bester meets El Chapo over video call. The hum of tension settles thick in Bester's cell as he and Dr. Nandipa huddle near the small, illegal device. Flickering pixels carry a forbidden meeting straight into South African prison shadows. Every moment crackles with risk and hope. What you're about to witness is the kind of secret that only dares show itself at midnight, under the watchful eyes of those who have everything to gain, everything to lose. Nandipa hovered by his side, notebook open, heart racing. She kept her ears sharp and eyes open, capturing every whispered code and fleeting clue. His face looked worn but fierce, with a sharpness in his eyes that cut through the weak connection. The legend was no myth, even the setup, arranging the illicit video call. Instead, he explained how plans live and die by the smallest details. Bester listened with hungry eyes, while Nandipa caught every phrase, scribbling furiously. A dropped signal, a suspicious guard, or even a simple power surge could have ended it all. Getting El Chapo on the screen did not happen by luck or laziness. Bester spent weeks working out the details, plotting every step. With each move, he tested the limits of prison surveillance, betting everything on new tech, smuggled parts, and a web of trusted contacts. The air brimmed with danger and daring, the stakes higher than ever. Smuggled cell phone. A guard, bribed with more money than he'd see in years, slid a phone into Bester's cell wrapped in a sandwich. Dark web connection. An encrypted chat with one of El Chapo's lieutenants made the impossible possible. Timing and distraction. They scheduled the call for the dead of night, when most guards were lost in sleep or busy elsewhere. Each piece of the plan depended on perfect timing and nerves of steel. Dr. Nandipa's pen races, catching every word as Bester listens, searching for something he can actually use. If anyone knows how to break free, it's the man who turned prison walls into nothing but a stubborn setback. Here's the breakdown, straight from El Chapo's lips, on how he pulled off the sort of escapes that keep wardens awake at night. The tension rose as El Chapo outlined his escape strategies, mixing boldness with cold logic. Nandipa, scribbling even faster, kept her notes tight, knowing these words might be their only hope. Bester sat close to the screen, hands slick with sweat, ready. El Chapo reveals himself. First impressions. The video blinked to life. And there he was. Joaquin El Chapo Guzman. El Chapo's first words were almost a whisper, coated with warning and wisdom. Prison only controls your body, never your mind. He didn't talk about hope or pity. El Chapo's screen presence carried a weight that demanded respect. A steady, calm, never glancing away from the camera. Quick bursts of advice, rich with references to tunnels, hidden signals, and split-second timing. Subtle warnings laced in between. Trust is rare, and mistakes echo louder than screams. Bester nodded, drinking in every cryptic answer. In these stolen minutes, the legends inched closer together, measuring each other in secrets and resolve. El Chapo's escape playbook. Secrets from the kingpin himself. The screen crackles as El Chapo leans in, ready to share the tricks he once used to vanish from even the tightest cages. Step 1. Winning over the guards. El Chapo knew no one escapes alone, he tells Bester. Every wall has a crack. No escape ever starts with digging, it starts with people. He breaks it down with quick examples that make Nandipa pause her writing to glance up, surprised by the cold honesty. His practical tips for flipping guards to your side go beyond stacks of cash. Find their weak spots. Not every guard wants money. Some want respect, a way out, or just someone to listen. Keep it small, keep it secret. Don't wave cash or favors around. One guard is enough. If he's the right one, use charm and patience. El Chapo talks about sharing stories, a meal, or even a joke. Trust grows slow and quiet. Winning over a guard means knowing when to push, when to pull back, and when to listen. Bribery is a tool, not a plan. The real trick is knowing who might bend before you ever ask. While Bester scribbles copious notes, El Chapo warns them both. A bodyguard is only loyal until he is more scared of you than the system. Nandipa catches the deeper meaning. Charm and subtle manipulation often go farther than outright gifts. Step 2. Mastering hidden tunnels and tools. El Chapo nods, his eyes lighting up at this part. He teaches Bester the craft that made his legend. Digging tunnels no one finds until it's too late. This isn't about brute force, but planning, timing, and clever cover stories. He smiles. Be cleaner than the janitor. He recommends working at odd hours. Pretend to be sick, go unnoticed, then dig. It's slow, boring, dirty work, but that's why it works. El Chapo insists on written plans, secret signals, and making sure you always have 2 ways out, just in case. He tells Bester, no tech is perfect. It's built by people, watched by people. That means flaws. He sketches a simple plan in words. Study the prison map. He suggests using clues like water flow, old pipes, or even airflow, places where digging won't set off alarms right away. Hide in plain sight. All the best tools look innocent. A spoon, a smuggled screwdriver, packing tape for silence. Use what they give you, he says, and never carry dirt on your shoes. He tells Bester, watch the guards. Where do they relax? Where do they skip their checks? The more false signals, the more guards ignore the beeps. Dig a little, rest a lot. Rushing is the fastest way to get caught. Mask the sound. Turn up music, start a fight, or wait for roll call. Every loud distraction is a chance to move dirt. Every method is precise, boring, and it works. If you have the will, hide the evidence, wrap the dirt in plastic bags, flush small piles, or use ceiling panels. El Chapo insists, if you must use tech, treat it like a snake. Only pick it up with gloves. Bester weighs every word, realizing the camera isn't his biggest problem. It's the habits, the routines, and learning to blend until he almost disappears. Bester looks doubtful, but Nandipa notes the quiet logic in every step. This isn't a Hollywood plot. Step 3. Outsmarting security tech. El Chapo's face hardens as he starts talking about cameras and wires. His countermeasures fit right into the daily prison routine. Blind spots are gold. Every camera has a dead angular sliver of wall, a badly placed post, timed movements. Repeat harmless actions until you're invisible. If you always clean at midnight, no one looks twice when you do. Block or blur. A spot of toothpaste on a lens. A perfectly aimed towel toss. Or even a piece of tape under a poster. Each one distracts or disables eyes in the sky just long enough. Overload the system. Start small fires. stage a fake fight, or set off alarms for no real reason. Tech for good. Use smuggled phones, never trace your calls, use throwaway SIMs, and always wipe fingerprints. Nandipa's notepad fills fast with these steps, her mind racing. This is the core of El Chapo's playbook, a blend of street sense, patience, and the kind of grit that most men lose in the first week behind bars. Notes and nerves. Nandipa and Bester plot their next move. El Chapo's advice leaves the cell quiet, except for the sound of Nandipa's pen scribbling across the page. Bester sits forward, scratching at his jaw as the glow of the screen fades. Even with the kingpin's escape secrets in their hands, the real weight settles in. These are just instructions, unless they can pull it off. He knows the stories, but reality doesn't stretch for ordinary men. Every escape artist starts with a mix of cunning, luck, and practice. Bester wonders if theirs is enough. The pressure pulls both of them into their own thoughts, measuring what they have against the myth of El Chapo's skills. Years inside hardened his nerves, but he's never tunneled underground or bribed someone whose instincts run sharper than hunger. She notices lies in body language, the way others spot bruises. The tunnels and digging alone make Bester's stomach drop. Nandipa worries about maintaining their cover. One slip, one anxious glance, and everything could collapse. Her professional calm holds strong. But this world isn't a clinic. Mistakes here don't fix with bandages. Logic tells them to walk away. Fear pushes them forward. While her knowledge isn't built for crime, she twists brutality into cover with clever ease. Bester and Nandipa sit close, but the silence between words feels loaded. Her focus reminds him of a doctor working through chaos, but also raises a question: does she believe he can lead this? For his part, Bester has always relied on his instincts. Still, this situation claws at old wounds, and he wonders if desperation will drive either of them into an act of self. Their escape plan depends not only on skill but also on belief in each other. After the video call, this silent question hangs in the room. Who is ready to betray first when the pressure spikes? Knowing the schedule, she can distract staff or fake an illness better than most inmates could even dream. He holds tight to his charm and sharp eye, both sharpened by desperation more than talent. Prison partnerships usually end with a cell door slamming or a sharp whisper in the night. For now, they grip the plan tight, knowing every second demands total cooperation. The reality check. What skills do they have? Bester's mind races through each step. El Chapo described Bester's strengths. He's used to thinking on his feet, quick to adapt, and unafraid of risk. Freedom is no soft idea. It's a constant ache. He dreams of air that isn't thick with suspicion, laughter that doesn't echo off cold concrete, and streets where he walks unnoticed. Nandipa's skills. Her hands are steady from years in medicine, yet doubts circle their heads. Neither has El Chapo's network or his weathered patience. He longs for new beginnings. The tiny hope he might one day be more than a headline or a number in a file. No shackles, no cameras, no guards deciding when he eats or sleeps. The taste for quiet payback, to outsmart the system that trapped him, gives his dream sharp edges. Still, there are reasons for hope. Their partnership brings diversity. Charm, medical skills, and nerves combine for a broader approach. She sees freedom as a shot at making things right. Maybe her skills, wasted inside stone walls, could heal on the outside, or maybe on the run. Both can find sparks of joy stolen by prison life. The law saves its worst punishments for those who don't play by the rules, and both would move higher on the prison's most watched list. The trust they built could snap with a single misstep, leaving nothing but regret and blame. All the patient plotting could be swept away in one failed night, learning from mistakes. They know failure isn't just possible, it's likely, so they plan for setbacks. One wrong move, and freedom would never come at all. Their conversation blurs the line between hope and fear, showing that the hunger for freedom can outlast anything, even steel bars and locked gates. Even if doubt creeps in, every note Nandipa writes, and every quiet promise they share is proof that the spirit to break free cannot be broken by prison walls. El Chapo's lessons were forged through hardship, his voice carrying the sharp edge of real experience. Together, they aren't just faceless inmates, they're a team chasing the promise of tomorrow. Every skill and shred of trust is now a lifeline. Every hope burns brighter because the fall is so far. The power to choose, fight, or even dream again sometimes, it's all anyone has left. As they weigh their dream against the nightmare waiting, if they fail, their hearts pound with a mix of wild hope and real dread. This is the fire that keeps them moving, even when every instinct screams to turn back. The cost of chasing this dream hangs over each secret and silent step. The walls may be stone, but the price of failure cuts even deeper. They weigh each strength and every weak spot, asking if their combined skills are even half of what El Chapo once used to break out. Every vision of the outside comes with a shadow of fear. In the glow of the illegal video call, Thabo Bester and Dr. Nandipa lean in, hearts pounding with new purpose and raw fear. El Chapo's words light a fire in the cell, stirring up visions of what could await, and the dark clouds ready to crush even the best laid plans. Hope and fear now wrestle in their heads, each pushing them closer to a risk that could either set them free or bury them even deeper. Testing trust. Can they rely on each other? Secrets in prison come at a high price, and trust is as rare as sleep. Prisons run on gossip, and betrayals are traded like currency. Bester watches Nandipa while she writes. There's unspoken fear under the surface. What if Nandipa panics at the worst moment? What if Bester pushes too far and blows their cover? Signs of trust start to show in small ways. Nandipa shares her notes without hesitation. That gesture tells Bester she's not thinking of running solo. Bester admits his own doubts, laughing under his breath about not knowing which end of a shovel to use. Even so, the risk of betrayal hangs between them. Their courage wobbles, but for the first time, they lean on each other as the only anchor in a rising tide of risk. A dangerous dream, hopes, fears, and the drive to escape. When facing metal bars and heavy locks, hope can take dangerous shapes. Imagining freedom. What awaits outside? For Bester, every day in prison chips away at something inside. These are the hopes stoking his drive. A true escape from chains. Bester wants more than just to slip the cuffs after a clean break. Revenge and redemption. Wounds run long and memories of betrayal still burn. Building a new life, out there, beyond tall fences, waits the chance for reinvention. Love and loyalty. The connection he shares with Nandipa, tested in fire, brings its own kind of freedom. For Nandipa, the risk is about more than just escape. But these hopes, bold as they are, walk on a knife's edge, haunted by the stakes, what they could lose. Every hopeful plan Bester and Nandipa sketch carries heavy risk. Here's what stands to be lost. If things go wrong, longer, harsher sentences. If court escape means more years behind bars. Betrayal and distrust. Anxiety sharpens when secrets pile up. One slip, one bad mistake, or a crack in trust could turn allies into enemies. Heartbreak. Bonds formed under pressure can break just as fast. If one falls, the other may be left behind. losing everything they've built. Plans, skills, even small wins inside the system would vanish. Physical danger, guards, other inmates, and the chaos of escape could end in injury or worse. Bester and Nandipa walk this tightrope with their eyes open. Bester and Nandipa sit with more than just escape plans. They hold the weight of every risk, dream, and hard truth El Chapo passed down. Now it's up to Bester and Nandipa to see if they have what it takes to turn strategy into action. Everyone who reads this, ask yourself, what would you risk for the smallest taste of freedom?